All right, FightHype.com here with one of the most exciting, TV-friendly fighters in the whole sport, the Tower and Inferno, my man Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian, how hyped are you to get to be in the main event now? Moved up the card.
Super hyped. The fact that I was on the card, even the opener is a big deal. This is a new platform, Amazon Prime Video, and it's a pay-per-view card. So I haven't fought on a pay-per-view card in a little bit. Now we're the main event. It's a real big deal. Fighting Tim Tszyu. 2 belts on the line, WBC and WBO. I'm very, very, very excited.
You've always been relentless, coming forward with no fear, and you were winning the entire Mendoza fight. Then he gets the knockout. Is that tough to come back from and still be the same relentless, fearless, coming off a knockout? Is it?
Maybe it is, but to me, no. I knew what mistake I made. We fixed it. Now we're getting what we deserve, a title fight. Before that fight, we deserved the title fight as well. But now, God said, let's tenfold it. Let's give you 2 belts. And I'm happy that this came out. Of course, I'm not happy that this Keith Thurman got injured, but through his problems, it's a blessing for me. So I'll take advantage of it, and I definitely am.
Are there any adjustments to your style coming into this fight, or can we expect the same Sebastian Fundora as always?
I'm using my brain a lot more, so you could pick that how you want to pick it. I'm just ready to become world champion.
One thing Mendoza did have in that fight, he stepped around a lot, used his feet, and Tim Tszyu doesn't really do that much. He comes right to you. In some ways, does that play into your hands, his style?
You know what? The style with Mendoza wasn't really a problem for me. Just, again, I made a mistake. I felt I made that mistake, and I paid for it. But styles, I'll figure it out. Again, I'm using my brain. I'm just going to be sharp for this fight.
What's your thoughts? What is Tim Tszyu's best attributes? Something that you got to really focus on for this fight?
He's a good pressure fighter. He's a good pressure fitter. He's a puncher as well, so you got to be wary of that. But with those 10 ounces on, anybody can hit. So, and you've seen it before. So, just again, use my brain, use my smarts, and I'll become successful in this fight.
I remember asking about fighting you back 2022 when Charlo knocked out Castaño in LA, and he didn't want to fight you then. He just wanted to get straight to the Charlo fight. Does that register in your mind at all? Like, this guy didn't want to fight me until maybe he saw a weakness in me or something like that?
It could be, but before he wasn't fighting for not even his own belt. He wasn't fighting when he was fighting Thurman. But now they throw in the WBC. I think anybody would do it. Anybody in the division, if they have the chance to unify the belts, they're gonna do it. So boxers are boxers. They're gonna fight. And if he's just anything like me, he's gonna say yeah to anything.
So putting that WBC belt, that may have incentivized just a little bit more to say, all right, I'm gonna fight this guy now.
Oh, definitely. Everybody in the division wants to be the best. So that's what we go for.
Well, let me take you to some of the latest boxing news. Canelo said he would only fight Benavidez for $150 to $200 million. Now, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, if he can get it, why not? If he can get it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If they're giving money out like that, where the heck's the money at? So I'll go that direction. But that's a little bit. He spoke a little bit too much, maybe in my opinion. Maybe he should just been quiet about it, and I mean, he's fighting Munguia already. He already picked his decision. There's not really much to say anymore, so that's what I think.
Like David, like you're this huge guy making the weight. David's kind of similar, like at 68. Should he not go back down? Like, is that a trap for him to go up to 75 for Vosnik and then come back down 68 for Canelo? Should he not do that? Like, will that be bad for your body?
Well, only David knows his own body. I'm pretty sure he's going up to 75 for a reason, but if he can make 168, and he probably can, because he did it last year, end of last year, do it. Become champion in 2 weight classes. Why not? That's pretty cool.
Who do you favor if that fight ever goes down?
Benavidez. I have Benavidez, of course.
What's your thoughts on Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul?
I don't think that's a good idea for Mike Tyson, but you know what? Mike Tyson, the power, it can still be there. It's just, I've seen a couple of videos of him doing mitts and all that. It's just not the same no more, I hope he wins, but it's just, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Boxing's dangerous, and he knows that. But I'm sure he knows what he's doing, and he's an icon of the sport. Whatever he does with Jake Paul or whoever he fights now, it's not going to do nothing to his legacy. Make it go higher or make it go lower. He's already one of the GOATs of boxing, so it is what it is.
Out of Haney, Shakur, and Tank, who is the best of that group, and who do you think is going to come out on top? And how would you rank them right now from 1 to 3?
Haney who? Haney and who?
Devin Haney, Shakur, and Tank.
I have Haney first. I have Tank second. I have Shakur last. And Haney's one of the pound for pounds right now, so he's good.
What do you like about, what makes you give that praise to Haney as the top guy?
You're almost as good as your last. Look at the last fight with Prograis.
Right.
I knew he was gonna win, but the way he won, it was very, very, very smart. Very smart, very strong. He proved to a lot of people that yes, he does have power. And if you're in boxing, you know that already. But he's getting older. He's getting wiser. He's good for boxing right now.
Let me ask you this: any competitiveness with the other world champion in the family now? Like, hey sis, I can't just let you be world champion. I'm not world champion too. Like, is there any of that going on back home? Or?
Yeah, just like no, of course it's not in bad intention, but you know, she beat me to it already. But you know what? God said, you know, we'll put 2 belts in front of you. You are the older brother. Let's make him unified before her. So you know, we'll get this win, become unified champion, and then hopefully after that she can fight for undisputed.
Is it a case where you're almost as happy and as nervous, more happy when your sibling wins than when you're fighting? Yeah.
Before I was really nervous for my sister, and she's really, really talented, really strong. She gets the job done always. But I don't know, it's just it's not you. It's not you and throwing the punches in there, so it's a little different. But you know, she's world champ already. I don't get nervous for her no more. You know, she knows what she's doing. That last fight she had she did a spectacular fashion. You know, she's only 21 years old, but she looks like she's a veteran in there. So, you know, if anybody's gonna be nervous, it's definitely not gonna be me.
Listen, we got a couple fights coming back. What's your prediction for Devin Haney versus Brian Garcia?
I have Devin Haney. Devin Haney, a bit more serious. I hope this guy's just doing it for publicity, you know, whatever he's doing right now on social media. He's a good kid, talented fighter too, but Haney's good. He's a good fighter.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, you know, speaking of focus, if what Brian is doing is not an act, that can hurt you tremendously in a big fight. All the antics and you know what I mean, because that shows you not like focus, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good image for him. It's not good image for boxing either. But again, he only knows what's going on right now with his life, and if it is true, I hope he recovers. I wish him well.
And you know, go ahead.
Let's say our second fight, Canelo versus Munguia.
I have Canelo. Canelo has the experience, you know. Munguia looked real good his last fight with Ryder. You know, he I think no one stopped Ryder before that, right? Before Munguia. So it was a good win, a real good win. He looked. He'll probably go distance. Munguia's still strong. Munguia's still young. You know, he has a lot of talent. He might be able to take Canelo's power.
And lastly, Sebastian Crawford, he mandates himself as the challenger for Tszyu should he win. So any message to Terence? Like, do you want the Terence Crawford fight? He'd be your mandatory now.
Of course. He's the number one. He's the number one in the world right now. He's the best boxer right now. So again, if I could beat him, where does that put me?
Is he really going to fight a 6'6" super welterweight though? You really think he'll?
Hey, the money's right. Why not?
Thank you, Sebastian. Thanks, man.